Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions about the coal, because I know that that's the area where there's some disagreement on. In your opinion, has coal gone through the problems that it's going through because of what's going on in the market, or because of what's going on within the agency, as far as the policy direction in which the agency sees coal? Can you kind of touch on that a little bit?
Well, over these last several years, as we know, there's been a substantial substitution of natural gas for coal. And I would say that was principally driven by the market in terms of the low gas prices. Going ahead, there will be issues in terms of, for example, how the EPA rules turn out, let's say for new coal plants, where, as you know, partial CO2 capture is in the proposed rule.
Also, another coal question. I've heard that some people say we have as high as a 200-year supply of coal just in our country. Can coal be made clean enough to where it is a cleaner burning fuel like the other things that we're looking at as far as renewables, natural gas, et cetera?
Well, of course, first of all, in terms of conventional pollutants, I mean, we've done a lot to clean that up, as you know, over the last decades. The challenge now is carbon dioxide, and there we have our 8 major demonstration projects right now to pursue that. I personally believe there's nothing in the science that suggests that CCS or CCUS will not work at substantial scale. And then this question of what are we going to do in terms of CO2 policy, because clearly, for a coal plant, it's not going to be less expensive to capture than not capture. But the question is, in the competition, we expect coal to have a marketplace role in a low-carbon environment through successful higher efficiency of coal plants and CCUS.
If I could very quickly switch over to methane, and there's been as it pertains to natural gas in particular, there's been some concern about the release of methane at the wells. What do you think can be done more to help ease that? Because obviously everyone says that the natural gas is much more cleaner burning fuel, but with the methane being released, obviously that can create problems. And if you can capture the methane and stop it from releasing, obviously it would make it even more clean and more efficient. So can you just talk on that a little bit?
Sure. There is, by the way, an interagency methane group that's working, DOE, EPA, Department of Interior, USDA. There's been a lot of progress in most places in capturing methane from production because, of course, it's a valuable product. And in some cases, it is also driving the replacement of large diesels to drive the hydraulic fracturing by natural gas engines, which, again, are much cleaner. And so it helps the air quality in the production zones. We have a challenge in many places on the production side, like in the Bakken Shale, where the infrastructure fundamentally isn't there to move the gas out, and so they're flaring a lot of it. But the state has made a strong commitment to lower that. But what I want to emphasize, and frankly, it's a strong focus of the Department of Energy, is that, and then more data are needed, but the methane issue has probably been overly focused on the production well as opposed to the end-to-end system. So the whole issue of the gathering, the transportation, and the distribution systems for natural gas is an issue. We hosted a multi-stakeholder workshop, the first of 5 that we will have on methane emissions recently, involving industry, labor, environmental groups, et cetera, et cetera. And it was very interesting. There was a lot of convergence there. And it's clear one of the big challenges is, and it's not only for methane, we have a very old natural gas distribution infrastructure. For example, in many of our cities, we saw a tragedy in New York not so long ago. And as we I think the issue in that case is, and it's jobs as well, let's get a modern infrastructure built, and that'll take care of the methane leaks as well. So those are some of the ways we're thinking about it.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.